Hello everyone. Today we're going to be talking about the point slope formula, but again this is going to be part 2 to the video that was given to you on Monday. So with this guy, we're going to be talking about what happens if we're only given 2 points. Okay? So what we have to do is we have to be able to write a linear equation that passes through 2 points. And we have to use the slope formula to determine the slope, and then we can use the point slope formula. So, if we remember, the slope formula is m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And then our point slope form was y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. Okay? So, what we're going to do is we're going to focus on using the 2 points to determine the slope like we did a while ago. Then we're going to use the slope that we found and the first point, plug that into the point slope formula, and find out what the slope intercept form would be. And again, this is going to be a rather quick video because it's just adding one more step to the thing that we did earlier in the week. So you can expect me to go over, I would say, 4 problems, and the rest are going to be yours to complete. And then you're also going to have a homework assignment with this. So let's go ahead and get started with number 1. With number 1, we have the 2 points, -3, 7, and 1, -1. So starting off with this, we're not given the slope, but we're asked to find what the slope intercept form would be. So let's go ahead and focus on finding the slope of this line. So we have m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Or in other words, we're taking the second y, subtracting the first y, over the second x, subtracted by the first x. And now we simplify. So we have -1 minus 7, that's -8, and 1 minus -3, that's the same thing as 1 plus 3, it's 4. And then we have -8 divided by 4, that gives me a -2. So we have the slope is equal to -2. Now, we have the slope, and we also have a point. So now we can use the point slope formula to determine what the y-intercept, or the slope intercept form would be. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're still going to be using the first point. So we have y minus y1, which was 7, is equal to m, which we found to be -2, times x minus x1, which was 1. Distribute the -2. And then for our next step, we're going to add 7 to both sides. And we have y is equal to -2x plus 9. Hold on. I used the wrong number here. So instead of 7, this needs to be -3. So let's try that again. Now, we're going to change the minus and negative into a positive. To shape it into -2. And we have y minus 7. We're going to add 7 to both sides. And we're left with -2x. -6 plus 7 is plus 1. And that would be our slope intercept form. Now, I just made a mistake. It happens. What you need to do is pay attention to whenever you are going through with these problems, because you could make a simple mistake like that. Okay? Now, let's move on to number 2. Same thing as we did in number 1. We have 2 points, -6, -7, and 3, -4. The very first thing we need to do is discover what the slope would be. So again, we're going to use the slope formula. We have y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So let's go ahead and do that. -4 minus -7 over 3 minus -6. Since we're subtracting negatives, we can change those to adding. We have -4 plus 7. That's going to be positive 3 over 3 plus 6, which is 9. And 3 over 9 simplifies to 1 over 3. So that means our slope for this problem is going to be 1/3. Now, using the first point, so -6, -7, and the slope that we found, we're going to use the point slope form. So at the point slope form, we have y minus -7 is equal to 1/3 times x minus -6. Since we're subtracting negatives, we can change that to addition. And now we're going to distribute the 1/3. 1/3 multiplied by 6, that's the same thing as 6 over 3, and that simplifies to 2. We have y plus 7. Now we're going to subtract 7 from both sides. We have y is equal to 1/3 x. Positive 2 minus 7 would be -5. That's in y-intercept form or slope-intercept form. That means we're done. So that would be our answer for number 2. Like I said before, these problems run very similarly to one another. We just added one additional step. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the rest of the problems for you to do by yourself. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. Other than that, that's all I have. Make sure that you have these finished before you turn them into Google Classroom. And of course, again, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. Other than that, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.